This video demonstrates how to replace the linear bearings on the elevation assembly. Always follow all posted safety instructions. Perform any lockout/tagout procedures according to your company's guidelines, and always review all documentation before operating any equipment. Gather the following tools and supplies. Use the operator interface to position the elevation assembly to a middle position in order to allow the removal of the bearings from the linear rails. Once in position, activate an e-stop. Open the stroke/elevation door on the in-feed end of the machine. Once the door is open, lockout/tagout the electrical and pneumatic systems according to your company's guidelines. Inside the stroke/elevation chamber, measure from the bottom of the stroke baseplate to the floor of the machine. Cut 2 2x4s and place them under the baseplate for support. Warning: do not change more than 1 to 2 bearings at a time to keep the elevation assembly properly aligned and secure. Note the orientation of the grease fittings before removing the bearings. The new bearings must be installed in the same orientation. Also, retain all bolts and pins removed in this procedure for reuse. Remove the bolts from the bottom bearing on the right side of the base plate and slide the bearing off the bottom of the linear rail. Remove the bolts from the top bearing on the right side of the base plate and pull the bearing up and slide it off the top of the linear rail. Inspect the linear rail for excessive wear, corrosion, or other damage and replace if necessary. Before installing the new bearings, clean the linear rail to remove all debris and old grease. On the new bearings, keep the plastic cover in place to protect the ball bearings. The cover will fall off as you slide the bearing on. Make sure the grease fittings are oriented correctly and slide the new bearings onto the linear rail. Replace the bolts removed earlier. Now, use the same procedure to replace the 2 bearings on the left side of the base plate. Once all the new bearings are in place and secure, use a grease gun to fill the bearings with grease. Each new bearing must be greased before machine use. The amount of grease shown on screen should be applied to each bearing on the elevation assembly. In the future, grease all bearings regularly as part of your preventive maintenance program. When done, remove the 2x4 supports. Close the stroke/elevation door. Remove the lockout/tagout for the electrical and pneumatic systems and power on the machine. If you have any questions or need further assistance, please contact MiTek Automation Support.